afternoon, and welcome to Angelo Live and the Political Desk. I'm Yantis Green. We are talking today with Dawn Buckingham, who is a candidate in the Republican runoff for Texas Land Commissioner. Dawn, welcome to San Angelo.
Yantis, it is great to be on with you and all of your watchers today. And I heard y'all got a little bit of rain in West Texas, which is always a blessing. So that's great to hear.
That's right. We got about a half inch last night in a storm system that blew through, and we'll take every drop we can get. You survived an 8-person primary in March for the GOP nomination for Texas Land Commissioner. So you do have an election May 24th. With another one of those guys who survived. So let's talk about who you are, where you're from. You are a senator, state senator, and from the Austin area. Talk to me a little bit about who you are.
Sure. I'm a practicing physician. I'm an ophthalmologist, married to my wonderful husband of 30 years, who's also a physician. We've got 2 college-age kids, although my oldest is accepted into medical school, so she'll be starting that this summer. My baby is 6'3", plays baseball for Swanee in Tennessee. I currently represent from Bandera to Temple to Abilene in the Texas Senate, and I love being in the Texas Senate. But I tell you what, I'm running for this job because I think it is critical to protecting the future we know and love for our future generations, and I'm excited about that opportunity.
Okay, I know that I get a lot of questions about what the Land Commission Office, General Land Office does and what the Land Commissioner does. Can you describe what that office is?
Absolutely. A lot of people don't know that the General Land Office actually predates the office of the governor. When Texas had lived under its Six Flags, we had to figure out who owned what. We had Mexican grants and Spanish grants and all kinds of things. So we became the keeper of the maps, which meant we were the protectors of Texas history. We steward 13 million acres. We do a ton of oil and gas. With the proceeds that we generate from the state lands, we fund education, both K through 12 and higher education at A&M and UT. And then we fund our state veterans and programs, which are so incredibly important. And then on top of all of that, we do disaster recovery for the state. So hurricanes, floods, fires. I feel like half of Senate District 24 is on fire right now.
Right.
These high winds and dry conditions that we've been having, but all of that is under our umbrella.
Okay. And politically, this has been a unique race, and we've been watching from the get-go. And you picked up a number of endorsements. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen any statewide candidate pick up as many endorsements as you. And let's start at the top with Donald Trump. Let's talk about your endorsements.
I am incredibly humbled by the number of people who've put their name next to ours. President Trump, Rick Perry, Dan Patrick, Sid Miller. We've got a ton of support. Ted Cruz, John Cornyn, pretty much the majority of the elected Republican senators and House members. And then a plethora of organizations. You see business community organizations, you see Tea Party organizations. We're just seeing a huge groundswell of support behind us and our candidacy, and we're excited about getting into the office and making this a successful run and making everyone proud of us.
Great. Let's talk about the mechanics of the election. It's not over for you on March 24th. The winner of that runoff also will face some challengers in November. Is that right?
That is correct. So May 24th, for some of you, that'll be your second time to vote in May, and some of you, it'll be your third time to vote in May because we have school board elections and city council elections that are held at different times. But and then on the Democrat side of this race, they're having a runoff as well. So we'll know who the Republican and the Democrat candidates are in May 24th, and then we are going to run hard to November. The difference between the candidates on the Republican and Democrat side in this race are very clear. The Democrats are leading with how they want to bring the Green New Deal to Texas. We've seen what a disaster that has been already in our country with Biden's policies, and even more of a disaster in Europe, where you literally have Texas natural gas going to save Europeans who are freezing in their homes because the Green New Deal policies that they've been implementing can't generate enough power to keep them warm. So we're not going to have any of that in Texas, and we're not going to be reimagining our history either.
Okay, I've got two more things. This is where I normally step away from the mic and I don't ask any more questions. This is your opportunity to speak directly to the voters. Take as long as you want. And then after that, we'll talk a little bit about how they can learn more about you and get hold of you. So this is your time right now between you and the voters. Take as long as you need.
Well, thank you. And to each of you out there watching this, I would ask you for your vote for the Texas Land Commissioner. If you want to know who I am, just in my history of my life, I'm driven by service. As a small kid, I was the one sticking up for those kids that were being bullied on the playground. In high school, I became a volunteer firefighter, graduated from the A&M Fire School and served my community in that way. Decided to become a physician because I am truly called to serve others. And through practicing medicine, I realized how much, honestly, negative impact government can have on healthcare and quality healthcare, and then became an advocate for patient-centered healthcare. I came up through my Lake Travis School Board. I've been the vice chair of the State Board of Educator Certification, appointed by Governor Perry, and then elected by those educators on that board to serve as their vice chair. And I have loved being in the Senate, and I will make you proud if you vote for us for Land Commissioner. I am in this fight because this race and this office truly is the tip of the spear in defending our history, our oil and gas, and our border against what the left is trying to do. I want to get in there and fight for you.
Okay, Dawn, now how do voters find out more about you between now and May 24th?
Sure. Our campaign website is simply dawnbuckingham.com, and we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Dr. Buckingham TX.
Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time to talk to us, and best of luck in the coming elections.
It's my pleasure to be on with you today, and we look forward to seeing you in person soon.
All right. Thanks so much. Dawn Buckingham, a candidate for Texas Land Commissioner in the May 24th runoff election. We have 3 local runoffs as well, so there'll be a pretty good turnout, and this race will be on that ballot as well. And the winner of that goes on to November to the general election, and we'll have an independent an opponent as well as a Democrat opponent. And the winner of the general election in November will go on to be sworn in on January 1st. So from the live San Angelo Live and the Political Desk, I'm Yantis Green.